know if I say something, I mean it. These things happen. Yeah. If I ever said I'm never scared.
All right, welcome back to the couch. Make sure you guys are following us on Twitter at @thecouch_Miami. You can follow Matt at 2dogspoop. You can follow Coleman at It's Coleman.
ITSCOLEMAN.
And I'm at DUBBY_Dubai.
And also
be following
Miami.
247 Miami. And you can catch us every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. at 247miami.tv. So I'm not done talking about this Wade thing. I don't think any of us are going to be done talking about this Wade thing for a couple months, even though we might not include it in the show for a whole month. But we can. I mean, we'd want to. A lot of sadness in the city right now. I mean, and I saw in watching the Henry Thomas interview, he even said it didn't have to come down to this,
right?
You know, and a lot of the talks is how everyone thought, including DWade Wade and his agent, thought that it wasn't going to be this hard just to come back. He wanted to finish his career here,
of course.
And you know, it's something that I'm not going to be able to wrap my head around. To open up space for him. If he wanted a little bit more money, open up space. And I know that I'm pretty sure that they tried moving McRoberts, right?
They were trying to get him. The problem was, and it all comes back to the basketball side of it. So the one way that they were going to be able to clear up space was either they had to trade Dragic, or they were going to
stack McRoberts with
something. They
something.
had to stack McRoberts with something because nobody's going to take that, that contract. Even with, the explosion of the salary cap that we just saw with all of the free agent signings and everything, nobody wants McRoberts.
Absolutely nuts.
Insane.
But stack them. So Jay Rich.
So, a lot of people were saying Jay Rich is not enough. We want Justice Winslow. And Pat Riley saying, get out of my office with that. So, and I agree.
How about that second rounder? That we traded away for? Who is it that we got back? We got back someone for a second round pick.
Luke Babbitt.
yeah, him. Okay, I mean, look, a second rounder, Jay Rich and Josh McRoberts.
I would think so, and it probably would have opened up enough, but then it sort of handicaps us on what we're doing at least for the next year, and then he has to have 2 years. Like I said, it's hard. I teeter on both. When it opened up, or when it first came out,
we were angry.
I was mad, right. And I was like, "Get out of here, Wade!" And then it started coming down, and like I texted you guys, last week on Tuesday, like I'm getting a little bit scared here because there's reports leaking saying that he's not talking to the Heat, like he's no longer talking to them. He's setting up meetings with the Bucks, the Bulls. Who else was the Nuggets?
They didn't even mention the Bulls. That's the thing. It was mainly Bucks and Nuggets.
Bucks and Nuggets, and they said that the Bulls plane broke down or something like that. They were like, Garth Foreman wasn't even going to be able to meet him. So I was like, the Bulls are totally out of it.
And when they said they're like, he's setting up meetings with the Bucks and the Nuggets, I'm like, okay, he's staying in Miami.
He's definitely staying.
Right.
Unless there's some kind of like grandiose scheme where he's going to go play for the Nuggets, and just sort of like mess around until December 14th, and they trade him for something to the Cavs so that he can play with them. That's the only way that I saw that happening. Is he really going to move to Colorado?
I feel the level. I can understand and see the level of disrespect that he might have felt. But initially, when you think about it, and this part kind of switches me back to the more angry at Wade side, because
we're going back and forth.
I'm like back and forth. Okay, he wanted 3 years, $60 million last year, right?
Right,
more or less.
Yep.
What did he get last year? He got 20.
He wanted 3 for $50 last year.
Okay. He was going to end up getting more money.
I know.
If you consider 1 for 20 last year and 2 for 40 this year, that's 3 for 60.
Right.
I mean, so that's the part that kind of just takes me back and makes me want to say, Gabrielle Union, what were you telling him on that boat? Like, look how they treat you.
Dude, and now, it makes you think maybe it was less about, it seemed at first that it was all about the money. It seems now it's less about the money, more about the respect, he wanted to be courted, like...
Which contradicts the whole this is a business thing, though. But if this was a business, then he would have taken the deal.
Yeah, but I think there is something to be said for, them saying, hey, Dwayne, stay on the back burner. When free agency opens up right away at midnight, Hassan Whiteside's going to be, doing his little Snapchat in the morning. Oh,
The deer, bro.
keep staying on the deer, bro.
It's horrible.
Stay.
That's the face of the franchise.
Not only stay on the burner after that, we're going to have a whole weekend to go by because we have to have our meeting with Durant, and we can't tie up any of our cap until we meet with him. Because what if he comes in? And I understand it. You have to keep yourself flexible, but there has to be conversations. Like there has to, it seemed like they were both in the dark with what was happening.
Then you look at other guys who worked with their team, a.k.a. Nowitzki.
Of course.
I mean, and there was another player that worked.
Tim Duncan.
Well, no, he retired, man.
Tim Duncan.
I'm talking about beforehand.
Right.
Yeah, Tim Duncan's made like $1 million a year every year. That guy.
Yeah, but that guy still wears fat farms.
Yeah,
Or
like
Cavaricci's.
oversized Wrangler jeans and like a plaid shirt to every game. No, dude, seriously, Hassan Whiteside has been playing NBA level basketball for a year and a half. 15 months. And he gets Wade's money. So it's like we lost Dwayne Wade, like you said, we lost Dwayne Wade by $7 million on paper. Mm-hmm. He would have brought home more money in Miami than he would in Chicago because of state income taxes. But like, you lost Wade because you had to give Whiteside $98 million. Right. I mean, that's a whole other conversation whether Whiteside deserves that money. But I'll tell you what he does deserve. If he deserves 98, I think he deserves 90. I mean, Whiteside, 90. Come on, dude.
I'd take that deal.
Dude, a year and a half this guy's been playing good basketball. Wade has 3 championships.
13 seasons.
3 championships. And let's be frank, Wade, your money went to Whiteside.
Right. And here's a part of me kind of thinks that Pat is not, I believe that he's stubborn. I believe that there's certain, there's reasons why he is the way that he is, but I also kind of think that this is kind of the way that he wanted things to go, like not trying at all, not courting him at all. Oh, our agents will speak. You know what I mean? Like he's got a personal relationship with Wade and he's not going to talk to him over this. So it kind of makes me like, I wonder a little bit if he was sort of not necessarily pushing him out the door, but he's not holding it. He's not saying, "Hey, stay."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
which
sort
is,
of like
which is what it came down to.
Here's 2 for $40. If he takes it, we'll deal with it. If not, we're moving on.
Biggest thing was that, and again, this is all in the Henry Thomas CBS interview. When Wade got back on that boat with Mickey, he expected something a little bit different.
Right.
Anything a little bit different.
Probably expected Riley to be there.
Maybe.
But who knows? Maybe he didn't want Riley there. Maybe it would have been better for just Mickey to be there. I say it again. UD should have been on that boat. If UD would have been on that boat, he would have brought him home. He even said it in an interview today that
he wishes he handcuffed him.
That he wished he would have pulled the Chris Paul with DeAndre Jordan, just locked himself
in the room. Yeah.
Right.
And, hey, dude, you're not leaving here on another team, and
so
that's how it should have ended.
I mean, right. So
now there's only one lifer
who
recently signed a 1-year, $4 million deal.
According to my expertise, okay,
give us the Heat roster.
I've got the projected Heat starting lineup according to NBA insider Matt Lawson. Goran Dragic is your starting point guard.
Okay.
Tyler Johnson's your starting 2 guard.
Really?
Winslow at 3, or who? Josh Richardson?
I don't know.
Exactly, dude. That's where our team's at right now. You're like, really? So Dragic, Tyler Johnson, Winslow, Bosch.
Hopefully.
I don't know. And then Whiteside. Whiteside because he makes $100 million. We should make him come off the bench. We'd be like, listen, dude, we paid you. You're still a bench player.
Hey, no.
And then it looks like we got Josh Richardson, Luke Babbitt.
Can't wait.
Solid sign. Josh McRoberts, Rodney Magruder from the D-League, Briante Weber from the D-League, and James Johnson also from the D-League, a.k.a. Toronto.
That's only like 11 people, though.
Yeah, we got room to sign a couple more guys. Oh, hang on. Wayne Ellington.
Oh, the Brooklyn Net, the Heat killer.
The Heat killer. All we need is Chris Middleton.
I don't think we can afford him.
I mean, it's fair to say, who's expecting playoffs next year?
Oh, you know who else we got? We got the guy from the Knicks with the Cheetos for hair.
Derek Williams.
Oh, that's right. Hey, man, former number 2 pick.
That's right.
There's some upside there.
And it was recent, too.
Yeah, he's
like
young.
2 or 3 years ago, he was the number 2 overall pick.
Yeah, but he's tanked.
Oh, well.
He's tanked. He got picked up by who? Minnesota, right? Was drafted.
He was drafted by Minnesota. Then
he was on the Knicks last year, and I only know
he played
this.
80 games. That's
right,
as far as I go.
I only know this from degenerate daily fantasy gambling. But he actually, whenever Melo was out, he was a decent pickup. I mean, that just means that he was good for the value.
But there's a reason he hasn't been able to hold a team.
Oh yeah, of course.
Can we get what's his face, Michael Beasley back?
I was hearing something about that.
No, I
wonder what number he'd take, 30 or 8.
No,
because he's been back 3 times already.
Yeah, but he's actually kind of caught on with the Rockets.
Yeah, with Houston.
I think they like him over there.
He's supposed to be the big thing now.
Yeah, maybe.
You know that guy ended up being one of the best players in China. That China's.
Oh, he was a Chinese All-Star.
Yeah, he's Chinese MVP.
Yeah.
What, like 3 years in a row or something like that?
Dropping like 45 points a game or something crazy like that.
That's absolutely nuts, man. I just don't know what. It brings me kind of to this question after, the whole news broke and whatnot. Who becomes now the face of Miami sports? Because Dwayne Wade wasn't just he was a fixture in this city, and obviously for the organization, but he was the face of Miami sports. You'd think Miami, you'd think Dwayne Wade.
Well, I'm thinking now like Tannehill, Juice.
Tannehill, why? Why though? Just because of the position
just
he
because
plays.
he's there.
Just because
of the position he's there.
Okay, but who else would if someone for Miami is going to step up? Who's it going to be? It's got to be the quarterback for the Dolphins.
The ironic part of the question that you just asked is that I'd pick 2 players off of the worst sports team or the worst sports franchise that Miami's ever seen.
Jose and Stanton.
And Stanton.
Absolutely. Giancarlo.
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo. Or Jose. I'd like Jose more because he has more personality, but who knows how long he's going to be around.
No, right. Yeah, and they could be just Miami's kind of not baseball is in the gutter in Miami right now.
Because of ownership, man.
And because of lack of wins, the team doesn't win. So
the team's winning.
Well, they're winning.
Yeah,
now. Right now, they're currently winning. Right now, they haven't won in 10 years.
With Giancarlo swinging at pitches on the floor. Okay, despite his monster day at the home run derby.
Yeah, which was BP.
You guys watched a lot of that?
I watched.
I didn't watch 1 second of it.
I bet you didn't. I wouldn't be surprised. I had to ask Matt. I was like, Matt, tell me that you watched the.
I watched it.
You're right. Hitting BP. He hasn't been able to hit a curveball. He swings that balls on the dirt. Okay, and we haven't had D Gordon for 60 games.
No, the Marlins definitely have held themselves above water with Stanton in a slump and with D Gordon not playing. They are right now at the break tied for the second wild card spot. Okay, so they keep playing good baseball. They could make the playoffs. The thing that stinks is D Gordon's not eligible for the playoffs because if you get suspended for PEDs, you can't play in that year's playoffs.
Factual. Really? He'll be able to play.
That is a
season,
fact.
though.
No, he can finish out the season and help us get to the playoffs. He just
playoffs?
can't compete in the playoffs.
No, I didn't know that.
So yeah, I think that's a stupid rule that baseball has. But so going back, right now. No one on a baseball team in Miami is going to be the face of the city. So you're looking at if it's either the young stars for Miami Heat or it's the young stars for the Miami Dolphins.
No one in the Miami Heat.
I think, and
it's going to be think about what I'm saying.
I'm
asking.
What if
face of Miami sports?
If Tannehill goes out this year and throws for 4,200 yards, 34 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and we win 11 games.
Make the playoffs.
Maybe win a game.
Make the playoffs first, and then win a playoff game before I think that we could even talk about it. Just and it's hard to say because you say that like when the same qualifier doesn't count for Giancarlo, but it's just like
you're right.
You know what I mean? So it's hard.
And it's like we're talking about a guy. We're looking for the person who's going to replace a 13-year, 3-championship guy.
Right.
So
guess what? He's not there.
It's not an easy task that we're talking about.
I don't want 8 wins anymore. I'm tired of 8.
I know.
7-9, 8-8.
I know. We'll discuss that. We'll get into some more smorgasbord talk.
Smorgas talk.
All right.
Claire's mom just made me grab her Hooters.
Well, snap out of it. What, a hot older woman made you feel her cans?
Stay tuned for more of The Couch on 24/7 Miami.
Stop